Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talks. So we are in the midst of a pretty nasty heat wave here in the Catskills, third day. It's like in the high 80s, 90s, but nasty humidity. It's not so bad in the shade, and it's still quite early, but in the sun, pretty nasty. Okay, well, I spent not many hours, but a few hours yesterday trying to upload a video, 3 videos, like the same video, and look, I'll just show you this. Can you read that? Oh, you can't read that. Oh, the glare. Let me just read it to you. It says, I don't have my one contact in, sorry, let's see. The following content has been identified by the YouTube community as inappropriate or offensive to some audiences. There you go. So I go, all right, what is this? And then it says self-harm. Like I get a video. We took your demonetized. By the way, I don't monetize this channel, so that doesn't really matter. I'm like, oh, by the way, the video I put up was about Hicks and Gracie being on Joe Rogan a couple of days ago. Really good video, you know, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Like, I was wondering, like I said, content is inappropriate, and I'm like, I'm talking about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? What are you talking about? I've been doing these videos for 2 years, and I've only been taken down a couple of times for copyright issues. And it's usually with UFC. UFC's really bad that way. Some music too. I've never had a problem with music, but I know, listen, I get the copyright issue. So I played around with the video, with the title, because sometimes with copyright, you know, like I don't know what it could be, like UFC, just the title, they'll knock it down. Any sort of clip, like any UFC event, even if it's on your phone, sometimes they'll grab it, knock it down. I can't. Talking about the UFC, it's a whole other video and conversation. They really suck, man. They really do. They really, just everything's money. And it's dirty. That whole fight game, music game has always been dirty. You know, that's a whole other video, but I'll talk about that some other time. So 3 times I put Hicks and Gracie on Joe Rogan, JRE, and I put the number in the video, boom, and I go, what the fuck is this? And I was thinking maybe it's just copyright, because what's catching you is the algorithm. It's not actually a person looking. It's an algorithm. It's not, you know, it's a machine, you know, it's an algorithm. And I changed 3 times. I went, let me go to my YouTube studio. See, take a look at this. See the X's? This one they just blanked out. This one, okay, so Hicks and Gracie on Joe Rogan. See JRE show number 114, the red flag, right? And then there's Hicks and Gracie on Joe Rogan, and then I go, I'm thinking it's Hicks and Gracie. Hicks and Gracie doesn't want to use anyone to use his name anywhere except for places where he approves. And it sounds weird because he's all over the internet, but whatever. And then I just put Tabor Talk latest Joe Rogan, and boom, they keep flagging me, violating community standards, self-harm. What? I appeal, they don't get back to you, or it's just a machine. I couldn't figure it out. What the hell is? I watched the video 2 or 3 times. I didn't even curse. I've done some videos that are kind of edgy, cursing and talking about wokeism and, you know, all that. Like I could maybe understand that, but this is talking about martial arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It was a very nice video saying how much I love Hicks and Gracie, and then I kind of figured it out. And I hope I don't get flagged for even showing the phone. It's this fucking shirt. All right, I have a shirt from Virginia, and it looks like a Confederate flag. It's not exactly. It's the state flag of Virginia, but it's the red and blue. And I talked to my wife. I go, what does this look like? She goes, that looks like that's a Confederate flag. It looks like a Confederate flag. So that's what it is, I think. All right, unless I don't know. So it's just really sad and scary. I know Joe talks about this all the time. A lot of people, Tim Dillon, his videos are always being taken down. Luckily, I do this for fun. I don't even monetize this, right? It's not a huge deal, although it does piss me off when my videos are taken down. I spent a lot of time on this, you know. But the point is, imagine if this is what you do for a living. You know, like Kyle Kalinske from Secular Talk has talked about that. A lot of people, like, fuck, David Pakman, even. They're all doing great now. But man, when all they had was YouTube, that's your bread and butter. That's your whole life, right? These are young guys with families, and like you can't, you know. So they don't explain. You're not going to get a hold of a person, especially me. I'm not even a big celebrity can make a stink. You know, Joe Rogan could talk about it on his podcast. Kyle Kalinske, people will find out, and maybe someone from YouTube will take a closer look at it and go, oh, you know. So it's really a really scary time. Is the point? Is the arbitrariness of violating these community standards? By the way, I'm not even sure if this is it. I don't know. I'm just assuming it's it. You know, but you really have to think how many hours I spent on this yesterday, playing around with the content, watching it over and over. And I got other things to do, you know. I mean, you know, let's see what happens. Okay, good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk. And I'm a little concerned about even that tiny picture on my phone had my shirt on. Are they going to flag that from there? The power of the internet, you know, it's fucking incredible. Okay, good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. By the way, I got Jimi Hendrix on the show today. There you go, the master. Okay, good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here in Tabor Talk.